Hey guys, this is Stryder HD, and I'm with Adil, and I saw BVS for the second time today, and we're gonna kind of do like an update on our review, our original review of the movie, and we're gonna go into our likes, dislikes, and a little bit more about it. I guess there was also a deleted scene that was released today, so we want to talk about that for a minute.
So I guess we can get into the critics, what they
Okay.
said. Yeah, I mean, it's 28% at Rotten Tomatoes right now, which is pretty horrible. I mean, I don't think it deserves that kind of negativity. It's not that bad. I mean, it does have issues, but
A lot of issues, but it's I think it's BS. I mean, the movie's fresh in my head. I saw it again today, and I really liked a lot of it, but there are a lot of problems just like around. Like you don't have to look for the problems; they're there. Trust me. I like IMDb. If you want to talk about IMDb, it's the user, so they're kind of giving it a decent score. Then you go to pretty much anywhere else. Even a lot of the reviewers on YouTube and a lot of people are. Angry Joe gave it like a 6 out of 10. I watched his review, and Kevin Smith was he was a big Man of Steel person, and he didn't really like the movie either.
so I think what we can do is we can talk about what we liked
Okay.
about the movie. So I guess you can start off. What did you like?
Okay, so the main things I liked about the movie were the visuals. I think that's number one. And the action scenes and the visuals I like the most. And from the past, Zack Snyder is just really phenomenal with visuals. 300 was awesome. Watchmen was cool. This movie had really good fight scenes, really good visuals. The beginning of the movie where you see like my favorite. Well, it got me on the tip of my seat, like in the beginning where Ben Affleck comes out. He's looking at the fight end scene from Man of Steel from his perspective. That was really cool. I don't know. You want?
Yeah, I mean, even the visuals, like you said, I thought compared to Man of Steel, it was an improvement for me.
Yeah.
Because in Man of Steel, their cinematography that they did, it was all handheld.
Right.
I don't know if you were into it. I know a lot of people liked it. I was not into that. And there was a lot of motion blur, and this was more steady cam, and
Yeah. It flowed.
yeah, it flowed, and they had some I think they had some slow motion scenes in there too, right?
Yeah, I think so. Definitely.
A little bit,
little
I
bit.
think, yeah. So visuals, yeah, I love that. The first act I thought was really good. I love the flashback to Bruce Wayne's parents, their death scene again. We got to see that, and how he falls into that
Pit and then
into the
whole
pit, right,
bat's
right.
Going up.
And his silhouette, if you saw it, it turned into a bat.
Right. Yeah.
It was reminiscent of Batman Begins to
A
me,
little bit,
right?
yeah.
A little bit.
Like in Batman Begins, where the bats are surrounding him, and they're like, oh, and then, but that's where he's an adult, and this one where he's a kid. So that's really the difference. I mean, you can't. It's. So let's just stick with the likes here. So Ben Affleck, I thought was a really good Batman. Really good. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and say he's the best ever. He might be. He could. It's a little early for me to say that. It wasn't a Batman movie. So let's wait until maybe the Batman standalone. He'll be in Suicide Squad too. I don't think we mentioned that yet. I don't know how much. Who knows? But he'll be in that, and I hope he has a good part in that because he's good as Batman. I like the visuals. I like Ben. I like the Wonder Woman for what she was in the movie. She wasn't in it for that long, but she had really cool action scenes. I liked her.
He's also pretty dark compared to the previous Batman we got.
Yes,
Very
definitely.
dark. There's some killing going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Like the killing in that.
although he's not straight out like murdering people, but like if you have a machine gun and you're gonna like shoot him,
He's just doing what he has to do. He's just doing what he's. I have 20 years in Gotham, and he doesn't give a shit anymore. He's just killing. They're shooting him. He's shooting back. You know. But yeah, he's getting shit done. He's probably the best thing about it. Well, at least the best character in the movie, in my opinion. Like I was saying, Wonder Woman is awesome. I liked her. She wasn't in it for that long, but
even the whole Metropolis flashback that they showed us,
Okay.
it was. I thought I loved it. When we saw the perspective from Bruce Wayne
Yeah.
and his building getting destroyed and seeing these Kryptonians just causing this havoc.
You talking about remember the scene with the spaceships going through?
Right.
That was a cool scene.
Wonder Woman was pretty good.
Yeah,
Like
I was thinking Wonder
like
Woman was good.
in the third act, the way they introduced her.
Yeah.
That was pretty badass.
That was badass.
What do you thought about when Bruce Wayne was like checking out the computer and he saw the picture of Wonder Woman? What's that? 1938.
Yeah.
It was like
He's like, what the hell is this?
He's like in shock, like what the hell?
Wait a minute. Was that broad that I saw at the party? Looks like her. Yeah, I mean, that was kind of cool. Quick. That was like just a really boom in your face introduction. Okay, it's Wonder Woman. everybody.
I guess he realized at that point that there are many more meta-humans like Superman.
I think that's what he was thinking. He's like, okay, wait a minute. There's more of us. Kind of like you know, like kind of like an alien almost type of thing. Like, you know, wait, there's more of. Okay, what am I miss? That, you know, but it's kind of weird to me that like nothing has ever happened before. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nothing's ever. Like in the past, like
Bruce Wayne existed in this universe, right?
Yeah.
As Batman and Superman. In Man of Steel, there was nothing.
he only came, from that.
Right, so it's like a
Because he's been around for at least 20 years.
Right,
says
right,
it
right,
multiple
right,
times.
right.
Alfred
Yeah.
says it, and there's been no other meta-human, so it's kind of like
Yeah,
weird.
yeah.
But
What about the fight sequence, Superman Batman? One of the
Not long.
highlights.
it was definitely good.
Yeah.
Definitely good action.
Not
Good.
that long though.
Not that long. Yeah, like I was gonna say, it was good for what it was, but the movie's Batman vs Superman.
Yeah, I mean, the sort of marketing the movie like that, Batman v Superman, and it's just one fight. They could have given us two fight sequences.
Yeah, they could have given us multiple, like, you know, Batman's like at the end of the scene, like, you know, Batman's kind of messed up too a little bit because his the last scene where he's shooting with the kryptonite and his robotic helmet's like ripped off his head. But he was kicking the crap out of Superman for most of the fight. But it was good. You know, the fight scenes.
What about the nightmare vision? What do you thought about that?
I mean, when he walks right up, sees all the Superman mercenaries or whatever, is lied. Oh, where's the Rock? I'm guessing the kryptonite. And then everyone starts getting shot up, and then the thing, it was awesome. The fight scene was cool, but like, what was going on with the flying like alien?
Parademons?
Yeah, that was crazy.
Those are minions, Darkseid's minions.
Okay, so that's another Darkseid thing.
Yeah.
So Darkseid is definitely something's happening with Darkseid. Definitely happening. That was cool. I was like, dude, it bashes his head in, and like, that was cool though. So were those guys like under control, or was it like
Were the parademons or the soldiers?
Like the soldiers? Are they?
I have no idea what's going on.
You know, like
I mean, has Superman become a lackey of Darkseid by then? We don't know.
What the hell?
Is he an agent? Is he mind controlled?
Yeah.
We're not sure. Although he does mention like Lois, right, when he's about to kill Batman.
Right.
Like she was my world and you took her
Even
from
Flash
me.
says something about it.
Yeah.
Says something about it.
What do you thought about that?
That was the
Flash
other
part?
thing. Like the Vision with Flash, it was cool. It looked cool. It was just kind of weird.
Out of nowhere.
Kind of weird. He looked like he had like armor on, kind of. And
True.
if they show like a scene before that, when you see like some guy, like you know, Flash, some kind of setup for that, it would have made more sense, I think. Because he's just like out of nowhere.
Pops out of nowhere.
Yeah.
It was a dream within a dream, I think.
It was Inception, no? I mean, you have Christopher Nolan producing, but no, like, yeah, it was like a dream. I guess I don't know what the hell that was. If it was like a dream within a dream, but it was cool, but it was just kind of weird out of nowhere.
What about the cameos?
I mean, it was cool. I think my favorite cameo was Cyborg. I liked the whole the technology. Like it was kind of like Kryptonian technology, wherever it was. It kind of looked like it, even if it wasn't.
My father was in the Terminator.
Silas, yeah, he was in Terminator, yeah, same guy. So it was like, wait, okay, I know that guy's from Terminator, and it's like same kind of thing, kind of
True.
cool. But
Mine was, I think, the Flash cameo.
you like that?
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool.
Oh, wait, you
With
talking
the
about
convenience store one.
convenience
Yeah,
store,
that
okay,
one.
okay,
Yeah.
yeah. That was
So
cool.
that was nice to see. I don't know. I don't think I like the Cyborg one that much.
Yeah?
It maybe kind of felt too cheesy. I don't know.
I think they were all a little cheesy.
Yeah,
honestly. The Aquaman was cheesy too.
Yeah.
Where we see his eyes glow, and then
Wasn't
he.
he like smiling when he was coming out?
I don't know what he was doing. He was in there getting drunk. Who knows? But he comes up, he kills the camera guy, and then he bursts away.
Yeah.
That
It's
was.
like a sonic boom.
Honestly, I think the Dawn of Justice, like these little, the way they did it,
Yeah.
it was kind of cheesy.
Yeah,
It was like Wonder Woman was looking through all the stuff, looking through all the clicking through. It's like, and who made the logos? Like,
Yeah. It's like
What's going
so
on
much
with the
on your
logos?
face, like,
I guess you want to talk about the deleted scene, or what else do you want to
the
talk
Lex
about?
one?
I guess
Yeah,
what
the one that popped out.
deleted scene that came out like yesterday or today, and it was. Now I just want to talk about the premise for it. Like, was this taking place after Doomsday? When Doomsday was fighting Superman,
Yeah.
he's in that chamber still.
Right.
When Doomsday is attacking Superman, and they leave that whole place, and then he's in there just like, and in the scene that Lex is like in the liquid, and there's like
Yeah.
blood or
And
something.
I think they apprehend him in that scene.
Right. Okay.
So I would say, yeah, that happens after the fight.
Okay.
Probably.
So and like what's in the pool? It's like I don't know what the hell that stuff.
I don't
is.
know
Like
about
almost looks like blood or
blood
something.
and something, whatever.
Something, but The thing. It's so. What is it like? Darkseid's cut like an ancestor or something.
I heard it's Darkseid's father. I heard Yoga Khan, I think his name is.
Some kind of ancestor. I don't know.
So we don't know what's going on.
He's holding a couple cubes and
Yeah, the mother box, they
the
say.
mother boxes. Yeah. And then something. I think Lex is probably trying to obtain all the information that he can about.
Yeah, but about the galaxies
Yeah,
and
whatever.
what's going on.
Because if you remember correctly, he's in the chamber in the scene from the movie, and he's asking, "Let me know everything," or
Right.
"Let me know all the information," or whatever. But yeah, like I guess.
So those was I think those were the things we liked about the movie. I mean Jeremy Irons, Amy
Jeremy
Adams,
Irons is good.
Lawrence
I don't even-
Fishburne.
Honestly, Lawrence Fishburne and Jeremy Irons were
Irons.
good. Lois was She was okay. She did.
She was alright.
She did it right. She wasn't amazing. She was okay. She was good. You know.
Do you think she was shoehorned? 3 times I think Superman had to save her in the movie. It was like
And a couple of them were like, okay, so now let's have Superman leave and do something, and then let's have Batman fight Doomsday. Because remember when they're fighting and Superman has to save her again, and then after that, like 10 minutes before that, Lex throws her off the roof, save her. It's like.
so I guess we can get into the stuff we didn't like, which is a
Start
lot.
with this.
Which is a
All right. So let's talk about character development, or the lack thereof. So we start. I want to talk about the beginning. So the beginning, we see Batman coming in, and we see the scene where he's a kid and everything. I did not want to see it again, but honestly, I guess we have to see a little bit,
I
right?
guess they have to do it again.
Show it a little bit because they kind of. I know.
Retelling
they're retelling the Batman story, so
A little bit,
yeah.
And I think they kind of have to though, because they're not going to have another origin story, right? It would make no sense to have another origin story. And I guess they had to, but I've seen it like how many times, like 5 times already, through all the Batman movies and even the animated movies, and But all right, so I mean,
All right, so one of the issues I had that was, now we knew that there was a big incident in Metropolis, right?
Yeah.
The Black Zero event and the fight between Superman and Zod. What happened to that? They didn't address that in this movie.
that's true.
They completely did not address it. And I mean, people say this version of Superman is like the most human version of the character. Yet he did not show any remorse regarding
No
what
emotions,
happened.
really.
There was so much destruction. So many people died.
Yeah.
They did not reflect upon that. He had to kill the last person of his kind, right? The last Kryptonian, and that should haunt him,
Yeah.
I would say. But
They didn't go into any.
they didn't go into
side to it.
Yeah,
after that.
yeah. They completely like ignored all of that.
That's something to look for in the other version. Hopefully, they'll have something in between after Ben Affleck is on the ground. Like after that fight scene, to maybe have something about Superman.
I would hope so.
They have I feel like they have to do something because they had nothing there in between that, and then they're talking already about like Batman's a vigilante and all that.
Right,
You know what I mean? They go right into that.
Right.
So it's like they go right to Batman. There's like nothing with Superman. I don't know if maybe it's Henry Cavill as an actor, or if it's like when you compare him to Ben, it's like hard because he's new.
Yeah.
And he's new, and I was like sucked in by Ben Affleck so much that then when they brought it over to Henry Cavill, he doesn't do a lot of talking either. If you think about it, you see him doing a lot of the rocket ship on his arms, and he's doing a lot of cool things. But acting wise, it was okay.
Yeah, I think they should have definitely given him more dialogue. He didn't speak that much in the movie, and one of the scenes that I was like really looking forward to was the Capitol hearing, and you don't hear him say anything. There's not even one word is said by him, and I thought it would have been nice to hear him just talk. Yeah, talk about his ideals, a little bit, or what he stands for. That's why he was there.
I mean, they had some interesting themes for Superman. You know how like when the media people on the news, they were talking about, do we need a Superman? Or like, we have this God living amongst, mankind. And they could have explored those themes more. But I mean,
It was a long movie.
that's the problem when you shoehorn the Dawn of Justice part in this movie. Like,
they could have not had that.
They could have focused on Superman and Batman.
I mean, they could have had like Wonder Woman show up. That would like out of nowhere. That's it though. Not try to show. all
Or
this
they
other
could have
stuff.
done 2 parts to this movie.
That's yeah.
That would have been better, I think.
Yeah, that's
right?
what they should have. They could have had Batman vs Superman, and then add a lot more stuff for Superman and his development after the whole beginning. Man of Steel.
Yeah, they would have been able to develop him better that way.
And I mean, what do you think? They could have had Doom. They could have had Doomsday though. Still, what do you think? Maybe have another.
By the second part, maybe they could have tried it.
Like, what do you think?
At least by then you could say Superman is more fleshed out, you
Right.
know. His character is more developed by that
What do you
time.
think would have been? So they would have had like Lex as a villain in this one.
Yeah,
So have just
Lex, I think Lex would have been fine. Or they could have brought in Metallo. You know the guy that blew up
Oh, yeah.
in the Senate hearing?
Oh, is
that
it
guy
Lex?
could have been Metallo.
Could have. That's interesting because they kind of concentrate on him a little bit. Like I thought, like the first time I saw the movie, I thought something was gonna happen with him.
Right.
Because they made it. They kind of, but the building just blows. You're going like I don't know if we're talking about spoilers and shit, but whatever. But like yeah, but like it alluded to something was gonna happen with him. The last thing that happened, the center place just blew up. That was it.
Yep.
And they didn't make Superman look good at all. It really did. He's standing there.
What was Lex trying to do? Pin that on Superman?
Yeah, he was trying to. Yeah,
Don't they like just right after the incident happened?
and on this the senator because she was blocking him from doing the trading.
Right.
So he didn't like, and then the whole Granny Peach Tea thing, and that was a waste of time. I don't know if that's supposed to be like a comedic thing or what the hell that was supposed to be, but it was not good.
Yeah, the other thing I didn't like was how like Jimmy Olsen is supposed to be like this best friend
And
to
he was dead in
Superman.
the beginning or something.
And he looks up to Superman. You know, he's inspired by Superman. And they just kill him off in the first act.
Maybe
Right off the bat.
like how.
Why do you want to put him in the movie if that's what you want to do with
So
it?
they don't have room for him, but they have room for like just other random shit. Like like this guy with the legs climbing up the statue, the false god thing. Like I feel like they were really negative on Superman in this.
Yeah, very
They really were negative on him.
What about Lex? Jesse Eisenberg.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I hated him after the first time I saw the movie. The second time, he wasn't as bad. Like I don't even know what to say. Adolescent almost, just very jokey and very like. But then again, like I didn't know that this is the son of Lex Luthor. Like, or what?
I think the Lex that we know
Yeah.
from the comics, this is supposed to be him.
Wow.
Right.
I mean, a young.
But he's just a different interpretation. He's a younger guy. You know, more similar to Mark Zuckerberg, I guess you could say.
Yeah,
in
that's
a
what
way.
they said that in one of the reviews. Yeah, he
Yeah,
said
yeah,
he
yeah.
resembled like Mark Zuckerberg type.
He's influenced by that, I think, this character. So.
He was just different and just younger and different, and he was more like a Joker.
And yeah, he was like a combination of Joker and Riddler. He was kind of like, how can someone take this guy serious?
Oh, here's the thing. I think that at the end of this movie, he's gonna for the next movie. Okay, first of all, they're alluding by he's just shaving his head,
Right.
and from the jail time alone, he has time to hopefully think about things, and maybe he'll be a little smarter, more clever, more adult. And I think they're alluding to that he's gonna grow up a little bit for the next one, and not be as stupid and like the whole joke with the peach tea thing again. I was just like stupid. Like why even do that? Like that was just him being stupid, and then some of the lines. In the
So he talked about that. He rung the bell and that
Yeah.
they're coming, right?
Yeah.
Darkseid or his minions. No, well, why would he do that though?
Why would he do that?
Yeah.
They didn't say why. Like they didn't
mean-
even. He just wants to kill everything, buddy.
Is he maybe also manipulated by maybe Darkseid or his minions?
Possibly
Could that
because
be
there's no.
possible?
But what? Yeah, because what is the behind angst behind it? All I know is he doesn't like Superman. He's probably jealous of Superman, like he always has been.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. But why are you calling Darkseid? He's gonna destroy,
Yeah, he's gonna take over the planet.
Yeah, he's coming and probably coming with his army. Yeah, he's using you probably. Just I don't know for whatever reason. Like what's.
I think they could have had maybe more scenes between Lex and Superman too.
Yeah, they had more scenes with
Between-
Lex and the Senator than with Lex and Superman.
Yeah.
You know.
That they could have built upon that. You know, the whole
Because Lex
animosity.
is a Superman
Right.
villain. It's
right.
not. It's. Lex was not horrible. He grew on me a little bit.
Right.
Weirdly this time.
Yeah, he's not that bad, but just a
He's
different,
different.
different. Yeah.
He's different. He's not horrible. He's okay. Doomsday was pretty bad. Pretty bad. You know, it looked like the cave troll. It even sounded like the cave troll from Lord of the Rings when he comes out of the womb or whatever that egg, whatever that is, and he even and then when he changes, he doesn't change enough.
Yeah.
Honestly, he like Doomsday. He's if you've probably seen Doomsday before. Everyone's probably seen Doomsday when he has all his spikes all over him. He gets it a little bit, but I don't know. It's too early for Doomsday.
I think they moved way too fast.
It's too early for Doomsday.
And now we get it. They're trying to compete with Marvel, and they're rushing towards the Justice League, and
everyone I say is saying the same thing. They're rushing. The pacing was going way too fast.
I mean, yeah, this movie could have been 2 parts, and it could have been a lot better that way. They could have given more time to flesh out Superman.
Yeah.
And pit Batman, Superman against each other.
Yes.
Show the difference of ideologies between them.
They could have became friends, not over their mother's name.
Yeah, that was way too fast. Yeah, it was rushed. Yeah, their friendship, their bond was not really built up in this movie.
No. They could have connected the characters more, or even had development before they met more with Superman, like we said, and then we could have built up to a couple of little fights, and then built up to a longer fight at the end. Maybe introduce somebody else, maybe.
Yeah, I mean even the fight sequence could have been longer.
Fight sequence could have been longer, even though it was good. It could have been longer, but I think that was one of the things with the first one. There was a little too much. People were saying there was too much action with Fiora, and then Zod. It's like, okay, gonna blow up everything. But they definitely toned down on it too much. Maybe too much. Damn. All right. Well,
let's talk about marketing at the moment.
Marketing. Okay.
They showed too much.
Oh God.
They showed too much.
Especially
in the second trailer, what they did was they showed the third act to us. The Trinity, Doomsday. I don't know why they did that. I mean, those are things that people need to watch in the theaters. Experience these things.
How do you show us the main
when they go?
Well, not even the main, but how do you show us the villain? How do you know?
Right.
It was supposed to. It should have been. I feel like it should have been.
I think maybe Stryder was afraid that the image of Doomsday would somehow get leaked out, so it's better we just put it in the trailer and officially release it.
Either way, it looked like crap. I mean, either way, it looked like.
Oh, and then they did the third trailer, right? And that fight sequence you see with Batman. I mean, 90% has been shown already to you.
It was like one of like the 2 or 3 fight scenes with Batman in the movie being shown. Now was like one of the. I think that was probably the best one. But at least by himself. Now with Superman or anyone else, that was a really good scene. And they showed at the beginning. They showed the whole thing.
They showed the third act.
They just showed too much. There were major scenes in there,
Right.
that people would like to see without being spoiled. If you would have had another Dawn of Justice before Wonder Woman. And it would have developed everything a lot more than having this and then Justice League at the same time as Wonder Woman's coming out around the same time as Justice League.
Right.
So this gives us more time for like another standalone movie to come out. True. Maybe I don't know when the Aquaman movie is coming out or Flash or anything, but it would have given us more time to absorb everything for the story to develop more. We're going into Justice League way too soon. It's like 1 year. How many Marvel movies have we had before Avengers? Like 4, 3? Because we've had it was like 2 Iron Man. Like just by itself. There's 2 Iron Man movies by itself before Avengers. Right. I don't think the third one coming after, right? I think it came after the first Avengers.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. But yeah, like I don't know.
Let's see what they do with the Ultimate Cut.
Yeah.
The Blu-ray.
More story development now.
I hope so. I hope it's not more unnecessary footage. I mean, they could have played around with the Metropolis incident. That was good enough.
They just need to show more Superman.
With Superman and the whole incident that occurred, with the destruction and the fight between Superman and Zod. What do you thought about Superman being killed at the end?
I know he's not dead.
Yeah, we know that.
So it's kind of kind of anticlimactic. Why kill him? Because we know he's not going to die. Yeah. But another thing we didn't say is Doomsday. Well, I guess Doomsday is really dead, right?
I don't know.
Right? Who knows?
I think so.
But was Zod? I mean, if you think about it, Zod was brought back to life and he was dead. So who the heck knows?
True.
But yeah, I don't know. Superman's death was kind of a cool scene, and then you have Ben Affleck and Gal Gadot talking about bringing the Justice League together. That was all right. It was a cool because there was an interview with Zack Snyder where he said, I needed Superman to not be there because we don't want him because he's going to be there, but we wanted Batman and Wonder Woman to kind of put it all be the.
I guess what he was trying to do is that you take him out of the equation.
Yeah, because Superman would obviously be the most powerful.
Right, he's the most powerful.
Even though Wonder Woman's no slouch.
Yeah, she's. I mean.
Even though she could fly in the comics, though.
but not in this.
Not in this. She can
Not in
jump
this
in like a
universe.
crazy
Yeah,
biatch, but yeah, she's definitely powerful with that lasso and with everything she has. But the way he died was kind of, I don't know. I mean,
No, you didn't get like a
I mean-
emotional connection.
it was. I mean, yeah, I got it.
I guess it happened too fast. I think
It
that's
happened too
what.
fast, so there's good and bad about it.
Yeah,
It was okay, but then I don't think the way
the
he died
story
was-
and narrative is definitely a mess, but visually it's stunning.
Yeah,
Action sequences are awesome.
yeah,
Ben is badass.
yeah.
You know, he's great.
For what Wonder Woman was, she was cool for the scenes she was in.
the cameos that they gave her.
Yeah, I mean,
cameos she had.
Dawn of Justice bringing them in, I don't think was good. I don't know. It had some. I don't know. The parts
what-
of it were good, but
What score do you give?
I gave it
1 out of 10.
I
How
saw,
much?
I saw it for the second time today. It was pretty much the same. I actually like Jesse a little bit more. I'm pretty much gonna stay with the same. I had a 6.5 out of 10. That's probably what I'm gonna give it. 6.5 out of 10. Because I gave it I would have given it like a 5, but there's a little bit more that I like than I don't like. So
I gave this a 7.5 before,
Okay.
but I think I've come down to 7.
okay. I had a 7. It's like a 6.5 to a 7. I'll probably just give it a 6.5. But like I think we both agree. There's a little bit more that we like that we don't. like.
Right. I mean, I was expecting a better movie.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I was emotionally, invested in this movie.
Yeah.
I did so many trailers.
Yeah, we both.
Everything that I was posting was just Batman v Superman,
Yeah.
And I wish it was a better movie. I wish they took their time. They didn't rush towards the Justice League.
They took too much time.
They could have made like 2. I mean, yeah, they did take, but they could have made this movie into 2 parts.
So but
easily.
My thing is they're making Justice League in a year.
Yeah.
Okay, think about that.
Yeah.
And how much years did it take to make Batman vs Superman? Like 3 years.
3 years.
Why?
I don't know what was going on.
You know what I'm saying? Like they could have made 3 movies. They could have made Wonder Woman standalone, Batman standalone, and then Justice League.
That time?
I'm just saying.
That time.
And it could have had and the other directors making them. So why couldn't they just do that?
Are you looking forward to Suicide Squad? I'm not that into those
I'm
characters.
not too into them either. I'm hoping to be surprised in a good way.
But I think they should have done a part 1 for Batman and Superman,
Part 2.
and then Wonder Woman, both
between.
in this year. And then next year you would have Batman v Superman part 2, and then move on to, I think, Justice League.
What about Batman?
They could do that later on, I
do
think.
it.
Yeah.
Well, because they're establishing Jared Leto in Suicide Squad, I guess, and then Batman's going to be in that too. So maybe they'll continue that with the Batman movie. You never know.
Well,
Never know.
so after watching this movie, are you hyped for Justice League as much as you were maybe before?
I'm definitely not as hype. I'm definitely not as hyped before because the reality is Zack Snyder's directing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the problem with him, is that his storytelling is not good.
It's never been amazing.
Character development is not there in his movies. I mean, he tries.
Hashtag bring back Christopher Nolan.
I definitely think, though, that they need to bring in more filmmakers.
Yeah,
I
somebody.
mean, Brad Bird, Nolan,
Matthew Vaughn.
George Miller, Matthew Vaughn, J.J. Abrams, any of these
Whoever.
guys, I think they can
They're just
bring a
doing
lot
stories.
more creativity.
It is what it is.
It is
I'm
what
a
it
fan.
is.
I like it for
Right.
what it is.
Yeah,
as
it's not a
fan.
bad movie. We're not going to say it's a bad movie, but it's not a great movie
No.
either.
It's not the.
It does have its moments, which are pretty good, but
Pretty short.
overall, as story and narrative goes, it's a mess.
One thing else that I liked was the soundtrack. That's about it.
is not bad either.
That's it. It's Hans Zimmer and Junkie XL.
Junkie XL,
Really
Hans Zimmer.
good. And
Although Man of Steel, I think that the score
You
for
like
Man
it
of
better?
Steel, yeah, I think that was a bit better.
all over. So.
Well, so guys, I hope you enjoyed our discussion, and please don't kill us. It's
yeah,
just,
don't kill
it's
us.
our opinion,
Yeah.
We don't want to hate the movie.
We're expecting more from a huge build-up. 8,500 trailers, TV spots, airline commercials, everything they gave us.
I was actually very looking forward to the script by Chris Terry, because there was
That's what
everyone
they
was just gushing about
They
it.
rewrote
Like
it. I wonder what it was before they did the rewrite. That's what I'm.
the
wondering.
first one,
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. How before they did the rewrite, I'm wondering.
it might be worse. We don't know.
Might be worse, might be better, but we got
Yeah.
what we got.
Yeah.
So all right, we're gonna do a Civil War one, so that's probably the next one we're gonna do. But I hope you guys enjoyed the podcast, and it took us long enough to do this. And thanks for watching, guys.